Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of Para Theory Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to kick off by first thanking all the new subscribers, man. Just since Para Theory has moved to YouTube, we were at like 250 subscribers a week and a half ago. We are now at 2.83K subscribers. It's just instant, and I'm just blown out of the water. So thank you guys so much.
Yes,
for following Craig and I, man. We really appreciate it. So we're going to talk about this last episode, Milling Sanitarium, VFW 2399, post 2399 in Mineral Wells, Texas. This one definitely hit a little different coming out the gate. I thought, for a 20,000 plus square foot building that we were going to be able to cover it all, but we didn't get out of the one room. Couldn't get out of the room because we had so much activity. Miss Florence, she had other plans, man.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, it didn't matter where we went. We were always drawn back to there.
Yeah, totally.
Stuff happened at first.
I can't even remember. Like, did we even try going to another room when we? What the first time?
Yeah, we did a few. I mean, we just weren't getting very much. We started upstairs. We did the hall at the one at the end, the electro room.
Yeah.
And then we did the boys' room.
Yeah.
We tried tertiary, and then we just weren't getting a lot, and that's when we went to the ballroom after that.
That's right.
We started upstairs for a little bit and just try to see what we could get.
I feel like when we got in, when it got going, I mean, it was out the gate with the REM pod. In all our investigations, I've never seen the REM pod act like that. That time, like that one time, is we were getting immediate responses, and that's kind of the thing with this paranormal investigating is like these entities or whatever you want to call them, they'll figure one thing out and they'll stay with it most of the time. Like if it's a K2 meter, they figure that out, they'll stay with it. REM pod, they stay with it. Cat ball, they stay with it. It's rare to see them jump from object to object. They'll figure one out and they're going to play with that thing all night long. Why? I don't know. Hence, I mean, we can't give any reason as to why, but
we could ask.
We could ask. Yeah.
See if they'll give us an answer.
We had a few interesting things happen in that room, though. That's on part 1 and on part 2. Part 2 comes out this Friday. That'll be October 18th? I'm not sure. Is that the 18th? Yeah, October 18th. The thing that got me was there was 2 parts that got me. Actually, there's 3. One was the photo that you took, and we caught the head behind the iced tea machine, or the coffee. It was an iced tea maker, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Because that went right in junction with what Jim had told us about the bar, and right at that exact spot where they had a patron there, or a guy that worked there who was ex-military, who essentially he died right there at that spot. He had a heart attack at that spot, and then they came in and found him real late at night, and that's where he was. He died right there behind the bar.
Yeah,
in that exact spot next to that iced tea machine. He there and smoked cigarettes.
He's the one that would walk the women out at night too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. So he was there all the time. I guess he was still tending bar and waiting for us to leave.
Yeah, he was definitely waiting. He wanted to walk you out to your car.
Nah, he wanted to walk you out to the van.
If the weasel was there, he'd walked him out immediately. Love code names, man. Love it. Y'all started this.
I didn't start shit.
The weasel.
Yeah.
Pops up just uninvited. Anyway, that for me, when I saw that picture going back in post and I'm looking through the photos, I was like, damn, that is a full-on shadow right there. But I mean, you can see the head and shoulders, like perfect head and shoulder in that thing, which I thought was really cool.
That was great.
The second thing um, was really how much we were getting with the the rim pods on cue.
Yeah.
The yes no prism, we had it a couple times, but it was like whatever it was, figured out how to use that rim pod, and then figured out how to go around that thing and use the colors. Like it was
Yeah.
green, it was red, it was purple, it was blue. You know, it was using the colors to answer the questions, which I thought was really interesting because I've never seen that happen.
I don't think I've seen it since then.
Yeah, right.
They usually just grab right onto it. They don't go around it.
Yeah, that just you
Yeah.
know, or it'll just beep, 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 like just random, but it's never, just on like crazy.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, man, for me was the flashlight getting knocked off the table right in front of us. That thing
Yeah.
had been sitting there for 45 minutes to an hour. We've been asking questions, trying to get this thing to do its thing, and then I mean, right off the table, just like someone just pushed it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, you talk about every hair. I mean, I had hairs on my ass trying to get through my jeans. Like, man, what the hell was that? That was terrifying.
Yeah. I didn't know what to think about that, which now that you're saying that, it reminds me of something that happens in episode 2, kind of similar, of something being pushed.
They're gonna have to go see it.
Yeah.
This Friday. Yes, they are. Episode 2, man, and it was such a different vibe. We come back, we're bringing Corey Blair in, or Corey Weiss from uh, Deadwood. We bring your wife in, and we come into this thing, and Corey's a real matter of fact person. He wants to see it happen, just like most people are. And what's great is Corey's very what's the word?
Tentative.
Yeah, tentative, straightforward. He wants to know the truth.
He's
He
always.
he's not interested in shadow play. He's not interested in little knocks and bangs. It's got to be definite. It's got to be, and he got his share. He got his full share worth, man, twice. Or he was like, all right.
Yeah.
To a point of putting his bag down and was like, I'm exiting stage now. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You even made a comment when it was just you and I there the first time. The first time we were when I said, remember we were asking questions or trying to get it going, and it was the Patsy Cline when we started playing that on the phone that got Florence to answer.
Yeah.
And I mean, even in the video, you're like, every hair is standing up on my body right now. Like,
Because it was like they told us to do that, and we tried it on our own. And as soon as we played, she just was like, full on, here I am.
I'm here. Like she was waiting on it.
Yeah. She's like, y'all got your cue. What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
And as soon as we fired it up, we started getting answers.
Immediately. Well, and what's crazy about that is in part 1, that's what triggers it. But in part 2, still like,
yeah,
what happened? How? If you're an audio engineer out there, you work with these things, please get involved. Please.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I would love to sit down with you and hear your. Let's pull you. I'd love to pull one on the show. Let's set it up. We do these on Zoom. We come back and re-edit them and put them up on YouTube. But let's do a Zoom meeting with you. I would love to hear your excuse as to why this happened. You're gonna have to go watch it on Friday, the 18th of October. I mean, it's a trip.
Yeah,
dude. When you came through the walkie and told me this, I was like, what did he just say? What did he just say? I couldn't, it didn't register.
Yeah, it was, I was like, yeah, I probably need to tell them about this. See what's going on down there. Because I had a feeling y'all were doing what you were doing, but I didn't know that we were going to know firsthand.
Right.
So
it's a trip, man. That is a trip.
Yeah.
Dude, another thing, that building in a whole is like it's creepy, but you guys got to realize this is an old hospital. Like, so a little bit of the history on that place is it was run by a guy named Dr. H. Millings, and he was trying to cure the sick by using mineral water out of mineral wells. Hence the story of the Baker Hotel. And you look that up. If you know anything about that, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, people thought that the mineral water in mineral wells was like the fountain of youth, like that it would heal everything making you sick. And so this doctor moves in, creates this hospital, and is testing patients with this water. And essentially what he's doing is he's just drowning them. Like he's not fixing anything. He's literally like hoses up the nose, through the ears, through the body, just pumping water into him, electric shock therapy, the whole nine. And when the patient died, they just moved on. There's 20,000 patients that moved through this building, came in alive and went out dead on the other end in a tiny little morgue. And that's the one thing I wish that we had gotten on that video. And you know what? I'll go back through the footage and see if I can find just the walkthrough of that basement. I'll tag it to this podcast. But the basement's what they used as the morgue. And dude, I mean, Craig, tell them about the stairwell just to get down there.
Man, that thing was insane. You didn't know if you were going to be able to make it one step to the next.
And now think about putting a body down there. How?
Yeah, still had that door that went out the side that had the stairs that went all the way up to the top to the street level, so they could get bodies out without people knowing it.
Which blew my mind.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That stairwell to go down to the basement is too tiny to carry a body.
Yeah,
on a gurney, or you're not. You're gonna have to go outside and around and put them in the basement.
Yeah,
and take them back out to go. So you're risking 2 chances of being seen with this body. 20,000.
I can't even fathom that many.
20,000. That place was open for like 10 years. I think 10 years is how long it was open. So I mean, what's the math in that? What's
2,000 a year?
I mean, okay, yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. Just daily. What are you doing today? I'm gonna go kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work or not. What kind of test you mean to tell me this dude had 20,000 different tests that he was just running on these people? No. Well, it didn't work on type blood bullshit, so we're gonna move to type blood bullshit number 2 and see if it works on there. Like, no.
I think as long as they were paying, he'd just keep doing it.
I mean,
he already knew the results.
I don't think he cared. I mean, and the fact is, dude got away with murder.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Got away with murder. Well, this project didn't work. I'm going to move across town. So he moves to Dallas. He goes to Grand Prairie and opens up another hospital and starts a different practice. And then retired and died. Like, what the hell? But anyway, so that's the story of the Milling Sanitarium, which then later became the Blue Fountain Inn.
Yeah.
Was a hotel for a bit, and then became what was it? It was a brothel
by some
warrant officers.
Yeah, officers, and that got shut down pretty quickly. He said
they had their fun.
Yeah,
the frat party can only go on for so long.
Yeah, and I think he said a lot of the departing Vietnam helicopter pilots would stay there when they were getting shipped out because it was right across the street from where they shipped out at.
Yeah.
And it was the hotel.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very interesting place. I would go back.
Yeah.
I would go back. It's definitely worth going and checking out. Anybody's ever interested in going out there and doing any kind of investigation, get a hold of Jim. If he's still out there, VFW 2399 Post, Mineral Wells, Texas. Good bunch of people. Just go in and shake their hand, talk to them, tell them what you want to do, and they can get you in there for a night. It's a huge building. You know, when I was going back to the footage, man, we had rats upstairs where it's all abandoned at. And he's got it closed off. It's like in the bar area that they run, They run a real tight ship, and it's really nice and clean and everything. The kitchen's really clean and all that. But then when you go upstairs, it's like you just feel it walking through the door. It's just a total different energy. You come from one spot that's really nice, pristine, and clean, and you got the sports on the television, old timers in the corner drinking, till you walk through this other door, and it's like, whoa, what just
stairwell right off the bar. It immediately gets creepy when you start going up that.
Dude, and in that hallway, like, you and Paula had plenty of shit go down in there.
Yeah.
You guys were getting like emotionally tied to, like, there's a place in there they call the bad room. There's one part that was like the blue, like, it's all light blue and white. It's real big and open, but it didn't used to be. They've knocked down all the rooms, but you could see the squares on the floor where the rooms used to be and how they would tie together. So you're just walking through a big open floor plan at this point. And then there's the child's room down at the end.
The nursery,
yeah. It was crazy too when we were all up there setting up. When we were there setting up, and we put the cat balls up on top of the gumball machine that was up there.
Yeah.
How it started going off like crazy, and we could get it to go off, and we weren't even filming yet. We were setting up static cams. and that how it goes. Like, shit, I'll miss that one. There was a point though, like on the second one, where I was getting frustrated because it was just like, is this thing just exhausted? Like, is it just, and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it took a while to finally get some answers to start rolling in. And that brings me to my next thing, man. Like, when we go and investigate places, this is why, as just an investigator alone, we try and do places that have never been done before. Like, there are tons of stories about the Baker Hotel. There's tons of stories about Haunted Hill House. There's tons of stories about all these places across North Texas, the Yorktown Asylum, etc. Like, there's all these stories, and all these investigators have gone there. But when it turns into a deal where it's like every night, and people are flocking to it every night,
yeah,
and they're in there with the same devices or similar to, and they're asking the same questions or similar to, and they're doing it 24/7, and it's just round the clock. By the time we go in there, it's like, this thing's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Another, I want to go into the places like this thing just thinks, oh, this is home, and we're stepping into its territory, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck y'all doing here? Yeah. And it's hard to find that these days because everybody's going hard trying to get these places, But the hard thing about it is, like, anybody can say, like, my place is haunted. I see shit all the time in here. Does it have a history? Right. Is there a documented history to this location?
Even could be the land, right?
Yeah, to the land, like, that it's sitting on. Yeah. There has to be something that's causing the situation. Yeah. I could sit here and say, oh, my house is haunted because of the artifacts I have in here from haunted locations.
Probably is.
I doubt it. I don't know. I welcome it, dude. I mean, like, I asked Jason Hawes, like, that question, like, you ever brought anything home with you? And he was like, Justin Ross says, oh, blah, 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 never bring anything home with me. And the answer is no. Been doing this 30 years plus. And I'm just thinking, and he says it right. He's like, I'd love to bring it home with me. I wouldn't have to leave. Just do it all right here in the house.
Yeah.
And then you got these fake creators out there that are like talking about how there's one dude that's on TikTok. Oh, every day shit's moving, mirrors moving, fucking there's shit being thrown across the room. And you can totally tell that it's staged. It's like, dude, just stop. But I'm not interested in going back to, like, we would have to put some money into it to get like a full sweep done. Like, if we did that hospital out there that we were talking about doing.
Yeah.
But where they do the airsoft rifles and stuff at.
Yeah, out there in Mineral Wells.
Maybe. But we'd have to take a team of people out there and go have it swept.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a walkthrough done. I don't want to deal with squatters and all of that shit. Oh, hell no. No.
Bad enough already being high alert when you go in there, not knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
to worry about people coming out of nowhere at you when you're not expecting it.
I was watching an episode the other day. Is this guy who's doing like the top 6, like top 6 worst camping sites, top 6 worst haunted places, top 6 blah blah blah. And I'm watching some of these dudes that are explorers go into these buildings, and this one dude, he's like, you know, millions of YouTube subscribers and whatnot, and he goes in alone. He goes in completely by himself and goes walking. One of them's up in like New York, I think. It could have been Chicago.
Neither one.
He's walking through one of these huge buildings, right? And he's in the basement and he's walking through. It's like a parking garage. And he comes up on this dude who's just in a corner, squatted down, standing in the corner, kind of rocking back and forth. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, hey man, sorry, I didn't know anybody was in here. I'm like, dude, it's too late for that.
Yeah.
It's too late for, I'm sorry. Bro, this, like, here's the thing, like homeless people, when they're sheltering like that, they're gonna yell to try and like warn you. Like the first one's gonna be like a warning. They're gonna yell at you, like, get out of here, you know?
Yeah.
And then the second is attack. There is no in between. It's yell, then attack. Or they start throwing shit at you or something like that.
Yeah.
The thing that blew my mind out is like all these people I see going in, like, I hate to say this, but like no one's packing. Nobody. Not one self-defense item on you. Not one. I was watching these other dudes. They were on a camping trip. 2 dudes, and they're in a tent, and they're telling the story of this property they're on. And it's kind of raining outside one night, so they curl up in the tent. And they got the camera going. They're telling the story about the property they're on, and they're telling this haunted story. Blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, you hear this dude outside the tent, like, like clears his throat. And his partner goes, do we have the machete? He goes, it's in the car. He goes, what about the knife that turns into a flashlight? He goes, also in the car. I think that's like, kidding me? And like these kids end up getting terrified and making a run for it, which is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't run. I'm a living proof of that. Don't do that. Don't run, especially in the woods. You're out in the middle of the woods. Like in a building is one thing. You're going to end up with a broken nose or something, busting into a wall, breaking down a door, knocking somebody over. But in the woods, come on, man. Just, take a lesson from the movie Blair Witch. Don't run. Like you don't know where you're going.
No, you don't
see shit. You're going to be lost. Then things are really bad. Confront it.
Yeah.
Confront it. Like if there's something outside the fucking tent, like you're there to investigate. And then people would argue, well, what if it was someone real? Confront it. You're like, man, I hope you're bigger than I am, dude, because I'm coming out of this fucking tent. You better get one good one in there and take me down, because we're going down together, my friend.
That'd be perfect if we were. Yeah. And then I would come out first, and they'd be like, oh, I got this.
And then I come out behind you like, oh, no. Let it go. I just came up here to tell you I fucked up back there. Sorry.
Yeah.
People in traffic
give
me the finger and then step out of the vehicle. And then I step out of the vehicle. They're like, oh, your taillights are working, sir. Thank you. And they take off. Shit.
Yeah, I've heard that firsthand. It's kind of funny.
Well, yeah. And I don't know. I mean, you go out in the woods like that, you're going to go spend the night. Like, dude, just going to spend the night in the woods in general. You don't have a knife or...
Yeah.
You would just show up with your iPad, hope that it'd protect you? What are you bringing your iPad for?
Sword app out. I'm going to cut it.
Yeah. I'll fold this paper into a knife. That's what I brought my paper for. Paper knife. Craig, good Lord.
Yeah.
I like your setup, man. It looks good.
Thank you.
Man, I got you on podcast level 20.
Yes.
Looks good, bro. Let us know in the comments whose background you like better. It's probably Craig's. I mean, that thing looks good, man. I don't know. I like it. I don't like, man, maybe I should do something about all this back here.
Yeah, you got you a ring.
I know, yeah, but that guy, there's a lot of shit goes on in this room. Mainly right here. Mainly right here.
Yeah.
So we got Milling Sanitarium Part 2 coming up. There's a few episodes that are coming up this month, though. I mean, well, all of them. I want you guys to see all of them, obviously. But the big daddy comes up right at the end, right after Halloween, just when you thought the scare was over with. You gotta see this. I have
Yeah.
nightmares for the weekend.
I still can't even talk about that without my hair standing up.
Dude, bro, yeah, I can't. When we were down there rehearsing,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
there was no part of me that wanted to walk down that hallway. Like I stayed on that side of the building and rehearsed with the band. And I was like, I'm not going down there. I didn't even make it past the drum shop. I had no business doing that. Nope, I'm good. I am good. I don't know what that was, but that wasn't what we think it is.
No,
Nope.
I don't think.
No way. No way. That'll be on the last episode of the season. You guys are just gonna, man, I can't wait to see what comes in off of that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, you got any ideas? You got anything you've been thinking about this week? Maybe you've been working a shitload though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any you getting any pair theory ideas for the upcoming months?
Yeah, I have a few we can to look at.
Kick around the table?
Yeah. Maybe visit one. Maybe another couple of local houses that have some claims behind them with some history.
Did you talk to a girl about doing the one?
Not yet. She said we just got to set up a meeting.
Okay.
So, but I know you're going on vacation this week, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and Paula could go out there and do it. Set up a meeting with them. Just go take a look at the place. I'll be in New Orleans this weekend.
Oh.
I'm gonna go down. We're going down for a wedding, but I got a couple of places that I'm looking at for pair theory for us to go down and do.
You gonna talk to them?
Yeah, I mean, we're literally blocks from them, so I'm gonna go down and talk to them.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. That would be fun.
Pair theory to New Orleans. Let's do it. Let's go. Give me a hotel to ourselves for the night. Jesus, man.
Ain't no telling what would come up.
Get into the original House of the Rising Sun. That's where I'm headed. I'm gonna go down and talk to the original House of the Rising Sun hotel.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's called something else now. It's like Lafayette something or another, but it's the original House of the Rising Sun. Yeah. And then there's a cottage there I'm going to look at, and then there's an old like, it's up north. It's not in New Orleans, so we're gonna have to take a drive up to it, but it's an old plantation home up there that is supposedly like historically haunted, but it just bought out by a new owner, and that's why I'm getting to go talk to him about it.
Oh.
They've never had ever a paranormal group come spend the night in this thing. It just recently got cleaned out.
And you already talked to the owner once?
Once.
Okay.
The problem is there's no power, zero power to the place, and it's like 50 miles off the grid.
Yeah.
Like we're out there. So
a couple generators and drive down there.
I think we might do something pretty cool. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it, but all right, let's talk about it. I think we should fly in. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a look at it. Get used to where it's at. Pin it. Mark it. We're exactly how to get there. Pair theory flies in. We rent a car, and we drive. We drive up there. We go in. 2 mics, 2 cannons, 1 static apiece, tools and a Pelican. Not during the daytime. We go straight into the dark.
Okay.
Don't get to do a walkthrough. Don't get to nothing.
Nothing.
Just straight in, off the cuff. I think would be badass.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Because it's like there's no time for us to go in there, set up shop, do all the shit, get our shit together, then start, it's like we got to do it now.
Right.
We're going to have it in a van and we're going to go straight in. When the key touches the door, that'll be the first time we go in the place.
Okay. I'm down to do that.
Yeah. Because it takes us completely out of our element of Texas, takes us completely out of our state, puts us down somewhere we're not used to. We're not used to the area. We don't know shit about it. And then see if we can get that thing up and rolling.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
supposedly, and I told the guy on the phone, I said, I don't want to know too much of the history. I just need to know that there are documented deaths on the property inside this home or around it. And he was like, yes, there is a lot. I go, I don't want a number. I don't even want to know a number.
Right.
I don't want to know a number. I don't want to know names. I don't want to know shit. But I said, I do want that information after we've done the investigation.
To see if what we got matches.
Correct. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's safe to say, man, for our fear factor of things on us, that we got to do some solos.
Yeah.
I think that busting it down to one. I mean, when we have big groups, we have an all right reaction. When it's down to two of us, we have a better reaction. And this season, I'd like to knock it down to one. If it's a big mansion like that, you take one side, I'll take the other.
Okay.
You take second floor, I'll take bottom floor, vice versa, whatever it is.
Okay. That's good.
As long as you don't shoot me in the dark. That's why Tristan can't come out anymore.
Yeah.
Shot me.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Almost shot me. Almost. But yeah, that's kind of a plan for New Orleans. But yeah, if you go down and talk to her about that house, what was the dude's name? The killer? It was you said it's over there in Azle, right?
Yeah.
Another thing I want to talk about, man, is there is a movie out, and it's really it's becoming, people are fighting. They're saying that it's like Goonies meets Monster Squad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's called Monster Summer. It's got Mel Gibson in it.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm like, I watched the preview of it the other day. I was like, oh shit, this has definitely got Monster Squad vibes.
Yeah.
And then it had Goonies vibes, and I'm like, oh shit. Then there's like sprinkle a little bit of Stranger Things in there. So I think I'm gonna take Glenda to go see it tonight. She doesn't know that.
Oh, it's out already?
Yeah, it's out right now. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
What was that dude's name?
I
For
can't.
that out? Was it Zach? Zachary? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's something we're gonna have possibly for season 2. It's something we're looking at seeing because it was kind of an unsolved mystery, if I'm correct. It's
Yeah.
like there was like they knew the girls that he did. It was kind of a Dahmer situation.
Like Stephen Barbie.
Stephen Barbie. There it is. Yeah. It was the house he lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely gonna go do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a fun one.
Yeah. I agree. Well, folks, if you have go ahead.
She said they just moved a bunch of stuff around, rearranging. She said the activity shot up quite a bit after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Did he die? Is he dead? Stephen Barbie's dead?
He was killed in prison.
Oh.
A death sentence.
All right. I don't want to know any more than that. That's all I need to know. Let's just go in and see if we can capture some names. It'd be cool if we could get a name of the victim, be able to look that up, compare it to the two,
That would be cool.
But we don't know. We don't know what's going to make season 2. We got to get out and we got to go film and we got to try things. So if we don't catch it, it's just a waste. Scrap it. Move on to the next one. So we don't know what's going to be up on season 2. But we do know that season 1 is out and running, and we're 2 episodes in, and people, you folks look like you're enjoying it. So thank you for watching. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to leave it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe on the page for all the videos coming out this month. Stay tuned for season 2 coming out soon. It's going to be a few months. We got to get through November and December, and we're going to shoot out some stuff in January, February. So it'll probably be around the springtime. I hope that we can get enough places to where we could do a season 2 and 3 inside of 25, which would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I agree. So you guys make sure you follow us on Facebook at Paratheory. Make sure you go and check that out. Keep in touch with us. We're keeping this thing small. We haven't done a website yet, but we will. And I think we're going to try and get some Paratheory merch in here soon, and get some hoodies, t-shirts, hats, beanies, all that good stuff. So I'll be looking for that. Hope you guys are having a safe one out there. Happy spooky days for the 31 days of Halloween, man. It's right around the corner. And man, Craig, I'll see you on the flip side. And later, people.